And also, we're with technology, we're also more open to seeing more different types of people. Like for example, people with different type of skin color, ethnicity, or different sexual orientation. But that sometimes those people get mistreated, I would say. So, what is your idea on that?
Okay. So again, I think stereotyping people is not a good hobby. We have to change that. We are now living in a fast-paced modern world. I think acceptance of like differences, sexual differences. My identity doesn't have anything to do with my intellect. My identity doesn't have anything to do what I am capable of, because you might wonder, you know, I can do more crazy things that these guys are doing, whether male or female, because again, your identity is part of your total personality, but it doesn't mean to say that you can be belittled just because you're gay. Okay?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. This opinion of mine is only my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it straight. Doesn't affect anyone else's.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too. Hello everyone, I'm Rathana.
I'm Jake. Let's
talk. So, Mr. Jake, how does it feel being in the interviewing seat today? Because you're usually the one being the interviewer.
So hot right now. I feel like I'm not used to this anymore, but I will enjoy this because you are one of our best students, so I think I'm in a good hands, right? Okay.
Okay, let's hope. Okay, so let's start with the first question. How do you think it feels like growing up and seeing these technologies evolving so quickly, but you were born in a time where, well, let's say we were used to
It's not so
pen
much
and
there,
paper.
right? Yes. It's very nostalgic for me, like nostalgic. Okay, I love that word. Because growing up, we only have pen and paper, and then we have to pay so much hard work in order to get things done. You know, like if I do research, I have to go through like 5 days to 2 weeks or even to months just to be able to wrap it up. But now, in just a click of your finger or tap, you get all the items that you need. So for me, it's kind of nostalgic. I want that kind of process-oriented pace, but it's also good in a way that, you know, we have this technology. So I would say nostalgic and looking forward for the future. How about you? You were born in this era. Like we always call you the kids who were born with their tablets together when, you know, your parents like or your mom like put you through this.
iPad kids. Okay. I think I was an iPad kid for a lot of my life, but it really depends on the parents using it, because if they allow their children to play too much, then it might dilute their brain. But if they like, for example, limit some apps, that would be better for them because they're learning, and that's the most important thing about using technology is learning. And by the way, Mr. Jake, so now we have so much AI in the world. Do you think it can like maybe get rid of people's job or like take people's job?
Okay, that's a wonderful, good question. I feel like whenever we speak of AI replacing jobs, it's very sensitive as well. I think I recently watched The Devil Wears Prada, and it gives me an idea that the world has changed so much already. And then this technological advancement are affecting a lot of jobs and people. So there are two ways. For me, you either cope up, okay, to the change, or you either keep it consistent, because the brand or the way things you do, if you do it with kindness, if you do it like for the sake of the world, I think pretty much with AI or without AI, you're gonna make it.
Yeah. And
So don't
speaking
be
of
so
the
scared about
Devils
that.
Wear Prada, and you can see like the change.
Have you
like,
watched
AI.
that movie?
I have watched the first one. I'm not. I don't
okay.
think I have the time yet to watch the second one, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
But
It's
I
a
think
fun
you can
movie.
see the change, because speaking of The Devil Wears Prada, I think you can really see the changing technology in that movie, because in the first movie it was taken in maybe 2008.
way back. It's my era.
And then now it's the 21st century, and you can see the change in technology, especially in fashion and art. And yeah, speaking of that, you really have a thing for these amazing outfits, especially when you join events.
Thank you.
Yeah, so
I didn't notice.
always so bright and colorful. Do
Okay.
you get any inspiration from technology or from social media per se?
I do. I think I normally like look what's currently in the trend, and then somehow I try to check whether it fits me or not. because I'm a millennial. Like I feel like this old person fits into the I feel like it's odd for me, but I think it's also, how do you call that, dynamic in some sense, because you keep up with the trend and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think so. But do you think that social media could be more harmful or beneficial?
Okay. I think it's a win for you if you think it's beneficial. Use it because you can kind of get some tips, new insights. But if you think it's more damaging to your emotional or mental health, then better not use social media, because nowadays, people tend to follow what's the trend. They feel more depressed or they feel more anxious. Like, I want to be this person, right? You want to be perfect like them. But there's nothing like that in the real sense. So social media could actually be harmful or beneficial. It depends on how you use them.
I think so too.
And for students like you, are you very active with social media?
Yeah, I think I get a lot of inspiration, especially for my speeches and stuff, from social media, because it has opened so many doors, so many ideas for me to see. And yes, I'm active on social media. I like doing it, but I don't do it just for, let's say, money. I do it for fun because I think it's very enjoyable, but it could also be damaging to your mental health.
I know.
think that also.
Like a balance is very important,
Yeah, it's
right?
important to keep an equal balance.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think are the most important values for a student in this day and age, especially with so much dynamic and social media and technology? What do you think are the most important values?
Okay, I feel like it's a very difficult question, but I'll go with respect. I think if there's anything in this world that we can share is to be able to maintain that value of respect. If you respect someone, you respect their privacy. If you respect someone, then you respect that they have their own judgments, they have their own weaknesses, and you don't, easily just judge them or like create chaos out of it. Just because you can, it doesn't mean you are allowed to, right? Let's respect one another more, okay?
And also, with technology, we're also more open to seeing more different types of people. Like, for example, people with different type of skin color, ethnicity, or different sexual orientation. But that sometimes those people get mistreated, I would say. So what is your idea on that?
Okay. So again, I think stereotyping people is not a good hobby. We have to change that. We are now living in a fast-paced modern world. I think acceptance of like differences, sexual differences. Like, for example, hello, I'm gay. Who cares? Like, why would you care so much about that? My identity doesn't have anything to do with my intellect. My identity doesn't have anything to do with what I am capable of, because you might wonder, I can do more crazy things that these guys are doing, whether male or female, because again, your identity is part of your total personality, but it doesn't mean to say that you can be belittled just because you're gay. Okay?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. This opinion of mine is only my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make it straight. Doesn't affect anyone else's.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too,
Yeah.
because everyone is just throwing so many accusations out in the world right now, and we should just respect people, like you say. That's the most important value.
I think that's one of the most important value. By the way, if there is one value that you have now and you would like to share to the world, what is it?
I think it's all about, yes, as you said, respect. But another one is just being open-minded, just accepting fate and accepting what needs to happen, because people are so set on their ways. Let's say people from your generation, it's hard to find people who are more accepting of your ideas, or anyways, like for a business or anything. So yeah, I think it's all about acceptance. That's also a great value to have.
Yes, acceptance and being open-minded. Very good. Okay.
Let's move to our last question.
Yay, last question. I survived the grilling.
So, if you have any tips to give to the future generation of students, or the next generation of students, what do you think those maybe 3 tips will be?
Okay, 3 tips. 3 tips. Tip number 1 is, of course, honor thy mother and father. But seriously, yes. I think if you do have, how do you call it, that way of showing appreciation to the people who loved you and nurtured you, I think that's a very beautiful quality that we could keep. And that's one of my advice. In your journey, you will be meeting a lot of people, And it's important to really make sure you honor the experiences and then that journey itself with those people. Number 2 is keep improving your skills. Do not settle with what you currently have now. Growth is not static. I would always say it's a continuous process. So keep on growing. Like you, I've seen you from, where you started, and now look at you being the interviewer and then me being grilled right now. So that's a perfect growth that I would see right there. Oh, perfect is boring. So that's a good growth that I would see right there. And then last but not the least is one key important thing is continue learning something new, like learning a new language. Yeah, promotion. Okay, because why not, right? If you expand your horizons to learning new language, like English, Chinese, French, Spanish. I'm learning Spanish.
Oh, really?
¿Cómo está? Y señor, señorita. Okay. Those are the only words I remember right now. I don't even know if they're correct. But yeah, those are the things that I would like everyone to remember, and yeah, my advice.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much.
So Mr. Jake survived the grilling. Let's all give him a round of applause and see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.